Hey you guys, welcome back. So I am on this journey of using my stuff, and part of my stuff pile is that I have a lot of dresses. I have never been a dress wearer. I don't like dresses. I don't feel good in dresses, but they are the one thing that I think looks so gorgeous on anyone I see them on. And I'm always like inspired by those outfits, and I pin them a lot on Pinterest. So I thought today I would kind of challenge myself to come up with a bunch of different outfits using I think it's a closet staple really, that I kind of want to challenge myself to wear a little bit more of this year, and that is a slip dress. Anyone else? So I am really trying to explore what goes on in my wardrobe a little bit more and really get use out of what I have instead of turning to buying new things in order to chase trends and stay current and relevant on top of the fashion world. The only way I can really find that out is if I actually physically go and get use out of my own things. So today I'm going to take a slip dress that I own, that I bought with the intention of wearing and putting together a lot of really cute, versatile outfits. I know that a lot of us are still in quarantine right now, so I think maybe these are some looks that you could put in your pocket for later. So let's get into it. Me and not pants. This is gonna be like an interesting thing. So this is the slip dress that I'm going to be styling a bunch of different ways in this video. It's a nice, sleek, kind of neutral slip dress from Aritzia. This is the Christine slip dress. I don't know if it's available anymore. I think it's called something else now, but they still have it available, and I'll link whatever is most similar down below. But it's really simple and chic, and I think you can wear it a bunch of different ways. So we're going to do that today. One thing I just wanted to point out was, because this is like a silkier sort of slip dress, sometimes wearing a bra with it isn't always the most flattering. You can see the texture of the bra. It doesn't really look that nice. So I would invest in something called nippies. These are kind of clutch when it comes to not wearing a bra with certain things. They just go right over your little nips and they stick on, come off easily. They just help everything look a little streamlined, especially if you don't want your bra showing. So this first look for me is kind of a given. I always like to look a little bit more edgy when I'm styling anything feminine, and that's just my style. You can wear it any way you'd like. If I'm just wearing the dress on its own, I love a slip dress with a leather moto jacket and some real cool edgy boots. I think it just adds something a little unexpected to an otherwise more feminine look. These boots are from Anina Bing. They're my sad girl boots that I talked about a couple of months ago, but I'm trying to get wear out of them. So this is the first way that I would style a slip dress. It would just be taking those feminine elements of the dress and edging it up with some leather and a really cool boot. So all I did here was take a slightly oversized t-shirt and just layer it on top of the dress. I like this on top look instead of layered underneath the dress, kind of Cher Horowitz 90s style. I think that's a little bit more predictable, but this way you're extending the life of this slip dress a little further by making it look like a skirt, and it still looks really casual and edgy, which I really like. Okay, so you guys can really tell I really like my casual style, and with a dress or a skirt or whatever, this is no exception. So this time I took my low top Converse shoes. I think Converse go well with anything, whether it be a feminine look or otherwise. And I layered over top a really comfortable sort of cropped hoodie. This one's from Little High, Little Low. And then on top of that, since we're going into springtime, I just threw on a trench here. I think a trench coat really just sort of streamlines any look that you have going, whether it be casual, feminine, professional, whatever. But I think this all together just looks really feminine and cool and casual. You can ditch the jacket and just do the hoodie, and I still think that this looks really cool girl and athleisure and a little unexpected yet again. Again, I don't know, I love me a casual, edgy kind of look. This time I threw on my Doc Martens, and this is a Harley Davidson t-shirt from my dad. It's actually an extra large men's, so I had to do a little finagling to kind of crop it and make it look a little more feminine and to define my waist a little better so that it looked like a actual sort of cropped t-shirt, and it looked a little more intentional. And then I just threw on a blazer. This is the agency blazer from Aritzia. I love the sort of more shoulder pad kind of 80s look to this, which I think helps really complete the look. I found that the way I tucked this shirt was like a little bulky. So you can find ways to crop your oversized t-shirts, whether it be by tying them in a knot or folding them under in a certain way, or if you wanted to add a different dimension to this look and add different layers of length, then you could wear the t-shirt completely untucked just to give a different vibe. It's really up to you. This one, I don't know, it reminds me of a little bit of a French painter. I always feel like a French painter whenever I'm wearing a crisp white button-up, and this one I just decided to tie up again to give myself a little more of a waist and to define the lines of the skirt that way. I still love a casual look, so I decided to put on these white sneakers. I think a white sneaker really does just go with anything, and this really just shows how casual you can really go with a slip dress. And then if you want to be a little more fancy lady, you can put on a more feminine shoe, and this makes it a more feminine kind of, I don't know, is this like a summer Sunday kind of look? I think so. One of my favorite things to do, and you'll see this over and over again on my channel, is to pair a really structured professional blazer and put it together with a more casual look. I think this always adds something more unexpected to a look, and this is no exception. So I really wanted to showcase the dress again and pair it with this different colored neutral blazer, but still making it really casual and easy with my Chuck Taylors. And I just decided to throw on this belt here because everyone seems to be doing that lately, and I thought I'd give it a try. It does kind of look cool. Okay, so here I'm really pushing the limit, and I decided to tuck this dress into my sweatpants. Yeah, I went there. It was a little challenging. I have seen some people do this before. I thought I'd give it a try myself, where you can sort of convert the slip dress into a tank top, and it did really kind of work out here, but I will admit it was a little difficult to tuck the dress in and figure out a way to not make it look all bunchy and weird around my butt and in my legs, because the dress sort of unraveled into the pants as I was wearing it, but you couldn't really tell. And I think a way to do that is by wearing a thicker pair of trousers that are a darker color, so you can't see any of the creases or bunching that might happen with the dress. And then to cover my butt just in case, I threw on this blazer that has a little bit of blue in it to tie in with the tank top slash slip dress. And I think it looks really cool and casual. And again, it really shows how much a blazer can really go with anything. And then I really decided to get brave and tuck the dress into some jeans. So some tips for this, because I was faffing around quite a bit and really adjusting the outfit quite a lot to get this to work, was I do recommend wearing a looser pair of jeans at the waist and at the legs so that the dress has somewhere to go. What I ended up doing was folding the dress underneath itself before tucking it in, and that really helped making this like impossible task actually work. But it does take a lot of smoothing and adjusting to make sure that you don't have any bunching around your butt or down your thighs or in the front of the jeans. So those would be my tips if you do want to try this. I think it is an interesting way to extend the life of your dress. So that was really cool, but I will say it can feel a little bulky, so it does require a little bit of patience and trial and error to get it to work. And since Clueless is my favorite movie, I decided to do the whole 90s t-shirt layering under the tank top kind of look. This did feel quite bulky, to be honest. I don't know if I would actually do this with a slip dress, but I wanted to show you how many options you potentially could have when you really get creative with your clothing. So I just layered that first t-shirt that I wore earlier in the video, and then I had to tuck all of this in. So that was a little challenging, but you can't really tell, so that's kind of cool. And if you figure out an easier way to do it, then let me know, because I kind of like the way this turned out. Okay, so that's how I styled this girly slip dress that I rarely wear a bunch of different ways. They're a little bit more casual and maybe on the edgier side, which I kind of really enjoy, and that's kind of how I like to style my stuff to begin with. I don't like to feel too fancy or formal most of the time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know which one was your favorite, if you would try wearing any of these outfits, and if you have any other tips or tricks on how to tuck a dress into pants. That would be really good to know, because there's definitely a lot of faffing and fussing going around when I was trying to do that with this dress, but it was still cool to like push that limit a little bit. Leave this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. This is really like what's going on right now. Dress over pants. Would you do it?